Hello. So I'm in the shop right now. I'm checking the motherboard. Unfortunately, there is no motherboard that suit your budget. They're in that price range. They are all sold, and they might have new instrument only around the end of January or maybe mid-February or something like that because they have a very huge order right now, so all the makers are quite busy. But I decided to, so the first choice would be then the study instrument that you can see on the website, like the package at 450 euro. And or the next step will be the three that are behind me, so I will show you, but they are a little bit above your budget. These two are 2 million and this one is like 2,800,000, so it's kind of almost the double amount of money compared to the 700 that we talked about. So I will need to make the calculation correctly at home, but then that might be around 1,000 euro or something like that. So I will still show you the instrument, maybe that would please you and it might suit eventually your budget or something. So the first one is like that. There is no dragon on the head, but it's 2 million. So you can see the making is pretty sharp and clean and all that. So really nothing much to say. The making is pretty clean and all that. So the pegs are made out of ebony. The fingerboard is also in ebony and the tail in ebony as well. So let's hear this one. So that's for the first one. So yeah, I broke my nail, so some stuff are a little bit more uncomfortable to play for me. Sorry about that. Also for the instrument, the playing is a little bit harsh, a little bit not that comfortable. The neck is a little bit like that, and the sound is a little bit stiff in my opinion, but still pretty interesting. The balance between the two, it's not really a 50-50, it's more like a 60 on the high string and 40 on the lower string. But still it's pretty interesting, especially to play classical or play solo piece. So let's check the second one. So this one is 2 million. This one is also 2 million. So the making is a little bit different. It's very close to how the cello and violin are made. So actually the neck is not going through the box, it's just getting here. So that's also quite interesting. The making is very similar in quality. It's also very good. The tail, the fingerboard, the higher bridge and the pegs are also in ebony, and that's the look of the head. I can feel directly that the neck is much more comfortable, much more smoother. So let's hear this one. So for this instrument, definitely you can, I guess you can hear the playing is much more comfortable than the previous one. So even though the price is exactly the same, the playing is much more comfortable on this instrument. So it's 2 million the price, so it's a little bit above, maybe like 100, 200 euro, a little bit more than what you thought. But still it's super nice. The volume is a little bit low, but the balance between the two strings is pretty great. So now we can check the last one. So this one is 2,800,000. You can see that there is the Zebat, which is like the lion, dragon, legendary animal on the neck. So the carving is a little bit more crazy. So about the mane of the horse, one side has the mane, but on the other side it's a little bit naked, kind of, as if you can see the mane is only on one side. So it's quite unique. So the carving of the head is really awesome. So there is the Zebat. Again, we have fingerboard in ebony. Pegs are in ebony as well, tail in ebony as well, although the shape of the tail is a little bit more interesting. And you can see that the wood is like really awesome, like tiger wood kind of, like with the ornament inside the wood. That's really nice. And on the corner there is also some different wood, different color, with bones also. So it's really awesome instrument. So now we can hear it. So the price is a little bit more, but you can see that the making is definitely totally different. And now we can hear it. So I guess that you can hear directly that the sound is super huge. The presence is super awesome, and the sound is really going through all the rooms. So I guess there is no need to give any comment on that. It's pretty obvious that the quality is like really much higher on this one. So definitely you can see the difference between the 2 million and 2,800,000. So that's like a €250 difference between this one and this one. So it's a little bit above the budget that you suggested on the chat, but still, as that's the only option available right now, I thought that it might be cool to show you anyway. So maybe if you have an inspiration and you feel like buying that, so the solution is either get higher in your budget to get one of those instruments which are in higher quality range but in higher budget, obviously, or get a study instrument, so then it will be much lower in quality, much not as good in sound, obviously. So that's the one that is on my website. Maybe I can play one now. Or the other option is to wait 1 to 2 to maybe 3 months, the time that the maker build a new instrument that would be in your price range. So just as a matter of comparison, I will just play one stud instrument now. So this is the stud instrument that you can see that the head is much more humble, very simple, no fingerboard and all that. So on this one there is no fingerboard because there is a little bit of a, I would say, lack of wood right now, so most have no fingerboard anymore for now. So you can see the wood is very simple, everything is quite simple. So I will still play it a little bit for you so you can hear the difference. So you can hear, I guess, that even though the volume is quite high, the quality is pretty fine, though the sound is a little bit dry compared to the other one. So that would be for a stud instrument, which is still quite good. So basically, now they kind of focus more on the sound, on the stud instrument. So as you can see, even though it's a study, it's the first price of the instrument, the sound is still pretty decent. It's just that the making, the lacquering, the color, the finish is not that crazy, but still the sound is quite good. So you can check all those instruments and then we can talk in detail on what we can do. So see you soon and happy listening.